This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 574 of Horse Tip Daily. A different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you, one day at a time. Today's tip is brought to you by ECOGOLD, makers of technologically advanced, problem-solving saddle pads and protective boots for your equine athlete. Hi, Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily. Today's tip is an excerpt from the Western Radio Show, right here on the Horse Radio Network. Tammy and Alan talked to National Cutting Horse Association Hall of Famer Lloyd Cox about getting started and getting smart. But first, a word from today's sponsor, ECOGOLD. ECOGOLD uses the latest developments in textile technology plus smart design to make the most advanced saddle pads and protective boots available, because ECOGOLD doesn't have a one-type-fits-all mentality. Their textile engineering team looks at different issues affecting sport horses' comfort and performance and comes up with the best materials and design for each saddle pad and boot. Improve your horse's comfort with ECOGOLD. Ask for ECOGOLD saddle pads and protective boots by name at your local tack supplier or visit them online at ecogold.ca. Now, enjoy today's tip.
So if someone wants to get started in cutting, Lloyd, what's the best thing for them to do? Seek a local trainer or go watch a show?
I think all the above. You need to, I'm sure you can find the NCHA. There's a directory, a trainer's directory that you could find a trainer in your local area there that is respected and that will do you a nice job and be honest about everything, and they will give you lessons, help you find a horse if you want to buy one, if you like it and want to get into it deeper, and but that's the best way, to find a trainer close by, and I'm sure they'd be happy to help you out.
Is there a secret or two? And then this question comes up all the time with our listeners, especially when they're just getting started in a particular discipline. Is there something that you would, as a trainer, as obviously one of the top in your field, is there something that you would look for if you were in their boat? What do they look for in a trainer so they know they're getting somebody who's going to do right by them and isn't trying to take them, that kind of thing?
Right. Well, I think that, you need someone that's going to be honest with you.
But how do you tell that? Because, in the horse business, we have a few that are. No.
Yes, sir, I agree. Yeah, there have been a few that could take advantage a little bit, but I just believe word of mouth, asking people, well, what do you think about this guy, and what do you think about that guy, and I think that the cream will rise to the top, and a lot of people that have dealt with these guys before, you can ask them and get opinions of who might do you the best job for what you want to do, whether you want to be a weekend type person or an aged event type person, or how you want to get started, and who's going to be honest in what they tell you and how you go about it.
And Tammy, I think you probably agree with this. A lot of the, again, the younger riders coming up don't realize that you guys are very approachable. To go up and ask questions and say, I live in this area, do you know of somebody? You're more than happy to help.
Absolutely, because that's what we do, and that's how we make a living. I mean, the more people get in this business, the better it is for everybody. Even if they don't send you a horse, it's good for other trainers and makes the business bigger and better. And anyone can do it. A young person, older person, and it's fun. I mean, it's a great feeling when you're on top of a horse and he's working that cow. I don't know why anybody wouldn't want to do it.
Is there something that you wish you had have known earlier, Lloyd, or a hard lesson you had to learn in the business that you wish didn't take you so long?
Well, I think you learn a lot of lessons. I don't know if there's any particular one, but the more that the more horses you ride and the more people that you deal with, you learn something all the time. About people or about horses, and sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. But there's really in this business, to me, to be successful, there's nothing that can replace wisdom, and generally it takes a few years for you to gain that wisdom. But just putting yourself through it and working, you'll learn something all the time, and it becomes a little bit easier as you go. It's always hard and a lot of work, but that it takes a lot of time to learn and understand a horse and a cow.
So really just kind of paying your dues, and that's kind of what I tell. I show in some timed events, and I'm telling someone, ride all the horses you can. It doesn't matter if you're doing that discipline or another discipline. If you can be a good horseman, you're a good horseman,
Absolutely. The more horses you get on and ride and figure out, the better it is for you. You just start understanding a little bit more all the time, and that's what it's about. The more understanding you have of what you're doing and how to ride a horse and how to show a horse and how to cut a cow and what cows are good, the better you are, and that just takes a lot of time and effort.
Yep, I guess there's no shortcuts to paying your dues, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Funny how that works.
Always having a great time over there on the Western Radio Show. To listen to more tips about training or teaching, just go to horsetipdaily.com and go to the topics drop-down menu on the left. You can also go to Lloyd's website at LloydCoxCuttingHorses.com and see what he's up to. Don't forget to support our sponsors on Horse Tip Daily, because they really do make these podcasts possible. Today's sponsor has been ECOGOLD. Ask for ECOGOLD saddle pads and protective boots by name at your local tack supplier, or visit them online at ecogold.ca. And if you can't get enough of Tammy and Alan's southern drawl or friendly banter, you can find the show on Facebook. Just search Western Radio Show. Please stop by the Horse Tip Daily Facebook page and let us know what you think of the tips you hear on the show. It's also a great place to tell us about topics you'd like us to cover on the show. You can subscribe to all of the great shows on the Horse Radio Network through iTunes or Zune and get your horse podcasts automatically downloaded to your iPod, Zune, or MP3 player. I'll be back again tomorrow with another new expert and a different horse tip. Until then, go ride your horse! The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements of guests or their opinions. Use your own judgment when listening to the tips provided by the experts on Horse Tip Daily.